Alright, hello. I wanted to continue on with the performance stuff from the last video. And I talked about pooling, and so I went ahead and made some pooling tools inside of the Forge library that you can use. Of course, you can always create your own pools. So the two pools that we have are the message pool and the message pool multi. The message pool allows you to pool a specific type of message, and the message pool multi will be used for an array of types, so you can have a whole bunch of different types that are pooled. We're gonna make the internal code of Forge use this for whenever messages are received on the network, and then we can reuse pooled messages that are no longer in use. So let's check out the code that we did for the chat and how we can pool these messages. So if you remember in the send button, we have where we create the message here for the chat. And this is the only place in all of the code base that creates this particular message. And so it would be fine for us to pool this particular message just internally inside of this class. So I can go ahead and do a private message pool of type chat message, and we'll just call this chat message pool. Now all you have to do once you have your chat message pool is we have to replace this code, but notice we assign a couple of variables. We assign the name and text, so we want to keep that. So we're going to do var m is equal to chat pool get, and that'll give us a message where we can just do m.name is equal to my name and m.text is equal to txt. And from there, that's our pooled message. If we call this somehow fast enough, we will wind up getting new messages if there aren't any messages available in the pool. But every time you call this, it's going to reuse a message that has been sent in the pool. Now in Forge, there is a notion of when a message is sent. So if you check out the iMessage interface, we have a sent function, which is called internally inside of Forge, and an event message sent. So whenever the message is sent, an event could be listened to for when that message gets sent. Now it's important to know that this sent is called in a couple of places. So the first place it's called is when we send a message. So when you call send message and it is not a reliable message, it goes through, does its thing, and then message sent is called. So unreliable messages have the message sent called as soon as they get sent on the network. Now the other one that we had in there is going to be on reliable messages. So what happens with a reliable message is we have to get an acknowledgement back that the message was received. So the m.sent function, or the message sent function, will not be called until that acknowledgement comes back that the message was received. So on reliable messages, they will be held until the other end says that it has been received. Now that's useful because if we're using pooling and we're using reliable messages, we don't want to clobber messages that are still trying to be resent. So that's kind of how we handle this internally. And you can see when we create a new message, we subscribe to the onMessage sent to release the message from the pool of the in-use pool back to the available messages. So this is one way that you can improve your performance inside of your code, is by using some of the other tools that we give you in the library for message pooling. So with that covered, I think that covered the two major questions people had. There was some worries about messages being newing them up all the time and then getting all that garbage collection, and then there was messages that I got about the interpreter, which we solved with singleton instances or private instances that you can create. Or that you can generate. So as you can see, a lot of the performance stuff isn't that big of a problem when you first see it, because you'll see weird things like we new up stuff. But just know, as a developer, there's tons of tools and tons of paradigms that you can follow, or even tools that we may also provide, we'll make documentation for, that will help you with that performance gain that you require. So if you have any questions, please let me know. I know this is a short video, but this is just tacked on to the other one. So thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.